What's up, you guys? I hope you guys are all doing safe, and I hope you're staying warm. I'm currently in Dallas, Texas. We've had our power going in and out periodically these last 2 3 days. Currently, the water is flowing at least. We've been having some issues over here, so I'm hoping all of you guys are staying safe. I did want to make a quick video. While we're waiting this time out, you guys, I've been binge watching a lot of Kevin lately, and I wanted to kind of just briefly show you guys this clip here real quick because it's I've had to we've had to wrap some thermal tape around the water pipes. When the heat went off, it was like 9. It was dark, right? It was dark outside, so and all the gas stations, Kroger's shut down at 6:30, so we had to find some wood. Had to get some wood, so I ended up finding some wood. There was a house of some people who have chopped down their trees and stuff like that. I had to go get that. Got me and my sister's boyfriend, and we went ahead and just thugged it out. Made a little fireplace. Had to get it going, and what Kevin talks about in this little clip I'm going to show you is really interesting, right? Because we can attribute to it. If anyone else has actually had this situation happen, and it's been a lot of men or only women in the household, you can kind of understand what is kind of happening. I would love to just shed a little insight on it, you guys. But enough of me talking. Let's go ahead and listen to what Mr. Samuels has to say. Quick, you guys.
At least to the end. Like, for instance, if men were to disappear today, I'll figure out how to survive to the end of my days. Particularly, I'm going to speak for myself. I will end up figuring it out.
Okay,
but
so
for
you say
you
that.
to say that, men will be able to survive to the end of their days, and women, I don't agree with that necessarily.
As a woman, you say that. What state do you live in?
I live in California.
All right. Have you ever lived in your city where they have had the power out for 2 weeks?
No.
Okay. Have you ever lived in a state where okay, so you've never experienced massive power outage. Have you ever lived in a place where the water was off for a week?
No.
Okay, ma'am, I hate to break it to you. How long do you live without water? Fresh water, how long does a human being live?
I think it's 72 hours without water.
3 minutes without oxygen, 3 days without water, 30 days without food or something, 3 months without food.
Yeah, 30 days without food, I think 3 days without water.
So the point is, you want to see a real live example without all the theory? When you leave, go to Amazon Prime and go look up Bear Grylls. The name is Bear Grylls. Grylls, the island.
Mm-hmm.
Season 2, where he drops a group of men on an island in the middle of the Pacific, and they have to survive for 6 weeks. That's season 1. Season 2, they expanded it. They dropped women on one island, men on another. Go watch what happened to the women. On the end of day 1, men that got from one side of the beach to another, established a beachhead, started clearing out of shelter, was making water, and they're already hunting. Women had pushed in 300 yards into the jungle, gotten lost. Half of the group went this way. And there are times in the production that if the production crew had not stepped in, women would have died. They came out and said that they manipulated the environment to allow women to survive. Man, it's just not your role to live by yourself. You say you could survive. Okay, let's say you can, but all it takes is an injury. Then what all that can-do spirit, what about the other women? You break an ankle. I've broken an ankle. You ever break a bone?
Yes.
Then what? See, men can still get stuff done because even with a broken bone, men can manipulate the environment. Something happens to their roof in the building you're on. Who possesses the strength to patch it, even if you had the materials?
All right, so just wanted to show that brief little clip, you guys. So essentially, we're not going to get too deep into it, but essentially, what he's talking about is he's basically trying to lay out the differences between men and women and now, there's this equal rights movement going on, and I've had lots of conversations actually about this, and it's a little frustrating, and it's a little because okay, I'm in Dallas, Texas, right? The water went off, lights went out, things like that, and I'm only expecting to experience this for a couple more days, and then after this week, things are gonna get a lot better. But only in these 2 days, I've been able to truly live firsthand experiences of what he's talking about, and what it looks like as a man and as a woman. It is unique. It's different. I have to go out to go get I have to go in the snow to go get the wood. My sisters aren't going to do that, right? But we don't even expect them to do that. It's expected for us to go do it. When the water starts to get frozen and stuff like that, I told my sister leave the cabinets open. But what did she do? Close them because her son was going to get into the cabinets. And it's this irrational thinking. Not every woman, not every man has this type of thinking and things like that. But who responds and who reacts and who fixes the solution? Or who brings the solution about, right? Me. Or, collective effort of other men. Just like my sister's boyfriend. We've done the things to get these things done. And it's just interesting seeing, the women, my sisters, what they're doing, and, they're just chilling, just relaxing. Of course, she's cooking some food, but it's like, if there's a true equality, then there needs to be accountability in the same sense and things like that. And it's okay though, it's okay. I'm not sitting here complaining that I had to do work. Absolutely not. I expected, and I didn't even ask anyone. I did it. I went to go get the wood. No thoughts, no second questions about it. But what does happen is, if this is to be, let's say that this electricity wasn't here. Let's say that the water and stuff wasn't here. As conveniently as we have it in America like that. I see a tremendous amount of pressure on my end to provide, and monetarily wise, that's still something to provide. It's not easy to really make a lot of money out here, but let's say if this is the issue, we're having to manually fix things, manually do things. I expect compensation from the woman's side as well, right? And what he's simply trying to explain, and what he's trying to say, you guys and ladies, is that there is a difference between us, and it's coming to the point where men didn't understand the true value, especially with the stepping in of the government, child support, things like that. The government is the man, and it's a lot of, and not only that, but we only get together when it comes to reproduction and sex. There's conversations don't really happen at this level with level heads, with people actually wanting to talk, because when I'm sitting here trying to even explain to my sister the importance of keeping the pipes open, keeping them thawed, and even talking about, she was, they're both my sisters are on their cycle right now, right? And I'm not even going to get too much into it, but the way that she was thinking about disposing the waste was, are you serious? Are you kidding me? And it's just, it's the solutions that I tried to explain to her. I'm like, listen, this is not okay for you to do. I understand that you were thinking, and just simply me sitting here, I talked in this manner right here, me simply explaining and telling her what is wrong about that. Yeah. I'm gonna say, like, it's, what I'm saying is that even when it comes to conversations like this, where a man is trying to tell a woman, or they're just trying to have a conversation, there are resistances and defenses being put up on both sides. I'm not going to say this specifically on men or women's side, but I will say that this talk of the ego and the pride is typically associated with men. But what Kevin Samuels' channel and what conversations that are being had nowadays are showing is that it's just as equal, if not more, of an egoic personality and abrasiveness that comes from the majority of women than it does from modern day men, because modern day men are told to check. The world does check us. We can't say that we're, such and such high value if we're not, right? So things, if you want a promotion, if you want to get in a new job or whatever, like I'm doing right now, that you can't just get it because you want it. I had to put in 6, 7 months worth of work studying and doing coursework and things like that just to get to that level, you guys. So what that means is that you have to put the work in as a man, right? I don't have, and there's some coworkers that I work with, and Kevin goes into detail too. But if you're in the sales industry as a man, you recognize that women have a very large advantage, in the sales world. So as a man, you have to work even harder, just as hard, right? And it's those types of things that kind of go overlooked. People don't talk about, but remember, it's an equal world. But just wanted to take the time to show this out, you guys. Make sure you're having conversations. Make sure you understand what you're bringing to the table, and compromises need to be had. This was a really good. It was just really good to look at this, and I had to share this with you guys because I'm experiencing this at the moment, and I'm sure quite a few other people have also experienced this as well during this time. Definitely let us know. Let you know what you think about this thing. Check out the rest of the video if you want to look at it. I'll go ahead and show you guys real quick. Let me see here. This is it. Women are behind, and it's all men's fault. He does do very, very, captivating titles, I should say, to get you to clicking on it. But definitely check it out, you guys. Definitely check it out. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. Have a great one. Stay safe, you guys. Please stay safe, and I'll see you next time.